All right. Part 3 of Unit 6. Okay. We are going to rearrange formulas to highlight the quality of interest using the same reasoning as in solving equations. So we are pretty much rearranging to solve what it's asking us for. So what I've done is I've taken all the formulas that we have used and even some that you should know, and we're just going to rewrite the equations to solve out for the part that it's asking us for. Okay? So we have A is equal to P e to the RT. So we're going to rearrange the following formula, or the formula, to solve out for R first. All right? So we have A is equal to P e to the RT. And if you need to know what page number, this is 8. So the first thing we're going to do is we know that P and E are being multiplied together, and E is raised to the RT. Okay? And this goes back to log, so you have to be comfortable with that left, right, left with some of this stuff. First thing we're going to do is get P out of there because we need to get R by itself. So we're going to divide by P. And that's going to leave us with A divided by P is equal to E to the RT. Now I'm going to rewrite this so that way you can see it the way we're used to seeing it in log form. So we have E to the RT is equal to A divided by P, which is the same thing. I just flipped it around. All right. Now, if you remember, whenever we had this and we needed to solve out for one of the variables or one of the exponents, we had to do left, right, left. So left, right, left. That means we had log base E of A divided by P, and it is equal to RT, because then once we do left, right, left, RT becomes a whole number. All right, and we're solving out for R, so R and T are being multiplied. So in order to get rid of that, we need to do the opposite. We're going to divide by T. All right, so this gives us R is equal to log base E, or the ln of A divided by P over T. And this is our answer. Okay? Now let's do it solving for T. So A is equal to P e to the RT. Same process, we're just solving out for a different one. So divide by P first. That's going to leave us with A divided by P is equal to E to the RT. And again, I'm just going to rewrite it. E to the RT is equal to A divided by P. All right, left, right, left. So we have the log base E of A divided by P, or ln, remember it's the same thing, is equal to RT. And again, these are being multiplied, so we're going to have to do the opposite to get rid of the 1. And we're looking for T, so we're going to divide by R. So when we do that, that leaves us with T is equal to log base E, or the ln of A divided by P, all over R. And that is our answer. Okay? All right, next page. So another formula that we've used. We're going to solve out for T first. A is equal to P times 1 plus minus R to the T. All right, first step, get rid of that P. Go P. We're going to have A divided by P is equal to 1 plus minus R to the T. Now again, I want to rewrite this the way we're used to seeing it. So 1 plus minus R to the T is equal to A over P. Now, whenever we have it like this, we'll want to find T, so left, right, left. That's going to end up being the log base of 1 plus minus r to the AP is equal to t. Now, we were wanting to find t, and we've got t by itself, so we have finished that one. Next, we have p. So a is equal to p times 1 plus minus r to the t. All right, we know that these are being multiplied. In order to get rid of it, we're going to do the opposite. So divide by 1 plus minus r to the t. And that's going to cancel this whole thing out. Do it to one side, you have to do it to the other. So that's going to leave us with a over 1 plus minus r to the t is equal to p. And we were wanting to solve out for p, so there we go. All right, r. So we have a is equal to p 1 plus minus r to the t. All right, first step, get rid of that p. Divide by p. So we have a divided by p is equal to 1 plus minus r to the t. Now, since r is in the parentheses, we've got to get rid of the x first. Remember, when we have an exponent, when we had a square or a cube, in order to get rid of it, we took the root. So we're taking a t root of both sides. So t root of a divided by p is equal to 1 plus minus r. All right, now we just need to get the 1 gone. So we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. And that's going to leave us with t root of a over p minus 1 is equal to plus minus r. Let me rewrite that. Now, I'm leaving this like this. Remember, if it's a negative r, you're going to have to divide by negative 1. It'll change that sign. But that's exactly how you would do that one. All right, the next one. We have z-score formula, which is very fresh to you. So z is equal to x, the number that it's asked for, minus the mean over standard deviation. Now we're solving out for numbers asking for. So we're going to multiply by the standard deviation on both sides. It's going to give us z times standard deviation equal to x to the 1 minus the mean. Now to get rid of the mean, add the mean to both sides. That's going to give us the z-score times standard deviation plus the mean is equal to x to the first. And that is our answer. The next one. We're wanting the mean. And if you want at any point in time, stop and try these on your own, just so that way you can make sure you're understanding them. But multiply by the standard deviation. Sorry, I shouldn't have marked that one out. That's going to give us z-score times standard deviation is equal to number we've been asked for minus the mean. Right, we need to get the mean by itself, so we're going to subtract x to the first on both sides. And that's going to give us z-score times standard deviation minus the number is equal to the mean. Sorry, the negative mean. Now we need to get that negative out of there. In order to do that, we're going to have to divide by negative 1. And when we do that, it just changes our sign. So we've got negative standard, or negative z-score times standard deviation plus the number is equal to the mean. So anytime there's a negative, you're just changing the sign of what is there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. If you need to pause it so you can get these down, that's fine. But I need room for the next one, so I'm going to erase it real quick. All right. We're trying to find the standard deviation. So z equal to the x to the first, which is the number, minus the mean divided by standard deviation. First thing, multiplied by standard deviation. Z-score times standard deviation is equal to the number minus the mean. All right, we need to get standard deviation by itself. Well, standard deviation is over on one side. Just get the Z from it, and it'll be multiplied, so we'll do the opposite, divide by Z. And that's going to leave us with a standard deviation is equal to the number minus the mean divided by the Z-score. And that's our answer. All right, I have a couple more, and these are going to be the easiest because these are the ones that you have been seeing since 8th grade. All right, so y is equal to mx plus b. We need to solve out for m to subtract b from both sides. Y minus b is equal to mx. M and x are being multiplied, so we need to divide by x. So m is going to equal y minus b divided by x. All right, next one. Y is equal to mx plus b. All right, first thing we need to do, move mx. So y minus mx is equal to b. And that one is finished. One more. Y is equal to mx plus b. Subtract b from both sides. Y minus b is equal to mx. We're looking for x, so we need to divide by m. So x is going to be equal to y minus b divided by m. And that's our answer. All right. Turn to the next page, and let's do these real quick. All right. We want to solve out for L. So P is equal to 2L plus 2W. First thing we need to do is subtract 2W from both sides. So P minus 2W is equal to 2L. To get L by itself, divide by 2. So L is equal to P minus 2W divided by 2. All right. Next one, we're solving out for W. So P is equal to 2L plus 2W. Subtract 2L from both sides. So P minus 2L equal to 2W. Get W by itself, divide by 2. W is equal to P minus 2L divided by 2. All right. Do this last one for this last set. Y is equal to AB to the T. So I want to solve out for A. So we're going to divide by B to the T. So A is equal to Y divided by B raised to the T. All right. Next one. Y is equal to A B to the T. First thing we're going to do, divide by A. So B to the T is equal to Y divided by A. Now we're looking for the exponent, so here we go. Left, right, left. So log base B of Y divided by A is equal to T. All right, one more. Y is equal to AB to the T. So divide by A. I just flip these around. So the answer we got right here should be for this one. This time I'm going to solve out for B. So we're going to divide by A. So B to the T is equal to Y divided by A. Now to solve out for B, we got to get rid of that T. So anytime there's an exponent, you have to take the root. So the T root of both sides, and B is equal to the T root of Y divided by A. And that is the answer for that one. Now I did, like I said, I mixed these two up. This one I solved for B right here, and on this one I solved for T. So the work for this one right here, all of this work should be for the other one, but you can flip them on your paper. All right, if you have any questions, look over your notes very slowly. Go back and watch the video again with your notes filled in and see if that helps. If you continue to have trouble after the practice, then we'll help you in class.